One morning, the Fat Controller came to the sheds to see James, Edward, and Thomas. He just bought a new weighing scale for himself.
Alright James, Edward, and Thomas. Now let's see how much I weighed.
James, Edward, and Thomas were curious to see the Fat Controller gain 5 kilograms. The engines were surprised.
I have one important job for 3 of you. 3 of you will take passengers from Tidmouth to Knapford.
All the engines were delighted, but Edward was getting worried about the Fat Controller's fat body.
How did the Fat Controller gain such weight?
I have no idea, Edward. He just wants to be.
He just wants to be as fat as the way he is.
James.
Oops, sorry about the fat shaming.
I have a very important job to do. I'm to take the Fat Controller to inspect every stations. Goodbye Thomas and James.
I hope the Fat Controller loses weight.
James. Stop being rude.
Hope on board, sir. It's time to take you to inspect the stations.
Edward had a wonderful day, and the Fat Controller was pleased to have a wonderful ride. As Edward reached the big station, the Fat Controller got down to inspect the station. But as he was inspecting, he could see the passengers having snacks and breakfast. The Fat Controller decided to have snacks, but he was worried as he might get fat. Edward was impatient.
Sir, are you done yet? It's nearly time to leave.
Oh sorry Edward, carry on now.
At Crosby Station, the Fat Controller got off to inspect the station, but he saw more passengers having snacks.
What are you up to, sir?
Oh sorry, I'm just trying to have snacks, but I mustn't. I'm going on a diet today.
It was nearly lunchtime, and the Fat Controller couldn't take it anymore when they reached Edward's station.
Yes, I finally get to have a scrumptious lunch after my morning of fasting.
Well done, sir. I'm sorry for being impatient.
Never mind Edward, it was my fault for being greedy all morning.
Edward laughed as the Fat Controller went away happily for lunch, but the Fat Controller made a terrible mistake.
Oh shit. I forgot to have breakfast.